All right, good evening. I'd like to call to order this meeting of the Select Board of Jamaica, Vermont on Monday, November 24th. It is 7:02 p.m.
Christina, I'm going to mute you just until we have a voter you wish to speak, so you can unmute. Just there's some feedback coming from your end, people in your background.
Okay, first is, are there any late additions to the agenda? I think, Tom, you had the...
I do have a late addition to the
Yes.
agenda. I would like to talk about the phone upgrade. I'm working on a phone upgrade for the town office. I just don't give people an update of what we're looking at.
And the hours you wanted?
That's next. I won't. That's next. That's down the road. Like, that's already on.
Oh, yes, it is, sorry. Okay.
Do I talk now, or you want me to add it to the end? What do you want to do?
Add to the end,
Add
yeah.
to the end. That's fine.
Okay. Nothing else? Okay.
So new phone system.
So I would like to make a motion to approve the minutes of the November 12 regular meeting.
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor? No?
Aye.
Aye, we need Christina now.
Aye.
All right.
Voice.
Okay, number 3, announcement of new town office hours. Tom?
Yeah, so I started 2 weeks ago, and I come in, I'm usually in by 7, and I leave at 5. So I've talked with Jessica about this and with Sarah, and we're gonna be expanding the town office hours from 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. So it gives people a chance to get in before work if they were going to work and they want to stop by and get a dog tag or whatever. We'll be open for those hours. This is going to start next week on the 1st of December. It's already posted on the website, but realistically, I'm in the office and there's someone to stop by. But officially, it will start December 1st. So.
And the days?
It'll still be Monday through Thursday. We're still closed on Fridays. But yeah, we'll be open with a couple extra hours during the day. For people, so hopefully people can utilize that and use that.
All right, there is next up an update regarding new mandatory training requirements for listers and assessors or assessors in Vermont and associated costs. And Karen will speak to that.
Yes. Right now, we are officially open on Wednesdays from 10 to 3. This is 5 hours a week times 52 weeks. Is 260 hours a year. We also are open on Mondays, and the door is open, and we get a lot done. Usually 1 or 2 of us are here on Mondays. But the state has now said that we need to have 48 hours of training, of new training, for next year. And that will be good for about 3 years, and then most of it we'll have to redo in 3 years. So 48 hours when we're only working 260 is it's quite a few hours. But it's good, and we need this training. We think that with our current budget, we have enough to add in some of our mapping hours and maybe do a third of those hours before June 30th, the end of the budget season. Or the fiscal year. And then we would like an additional 5,000 added onto our payroll budget to do more mapping for next year and the additional training that we need to do. So we're bringing that to you now before you get into the budget season.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good. I mean, it's all good. Training's
to do
good.
it.
Have to do it. And so nothing to approve now. It's just a note for our budget.
Yes,
And
yes.
that you feel comfortable that we'll cover it for the next 6 months.
Yes, I think that we'll be fine with that.
Yep.
We can, once we get into spring and getting everything ready for the grand list, we aren't going to have a whole lot of time to do training in the spring, late spring anyway, so it will be this winter.
just making a requirement, but no money to pay for it.
Right, and listers, it varies a lot from town to town in the state. There are some listers who don't even get paid in the state. Which is pretty incredible. It's a huge job,
Yeah, yeah.
and you have to be right on things. So, anyway, it's, Jamaica treats us well, and we appreciate that, so thank you.
You deserve it.
Absolutely. It's a big piece of what we do as a town.
It is.
Okay, moving along. To number 5, review and approve changes to property tax exemption status in the grand list for 2 properties under the Errors and Omissions statutory procedure.
Do you have the paperwork, or have you seen the paperwork?
Oh, no, never mind.
That's
So this is 2 properties, one of which is the Vermont State Fish and Wildlife. It's a small property. It's only $26.68. You had approved it last year, and then with our whole,
What was that dollar amount there?
$26.68. $26.68.
with the new program that we put in, we ended up forgetting to do that by the time the new year came around. So we're asking for that. And Jamaica 30 Solar LLC, which was put into our program, but we were not aware of an exemption for state education tax. So this is something that has to be done with the state. And that's a difference of 8,000 or so, but 750.
Was it?
It says
Oh, no, a difference of 10,000, I'm sorry. I was looking at those two.
$10,358.24.
I'm looking at it upside down.
Yes,
And that's an exemption for education.
Yes.
and I don't know what to do procedurally.
Excuse me. I'll make a motion to approve the Errors and Omissions certificate as recommended or required by the town lister.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right.
Aye.
Good, Kristen.
Thank you.
That's very good.
Motion carries. Yeah, because
Okay, number 6, transfer station operations. Update on tokens for transfer station and on replacement of the recycling container. So regarding the recycling container, I'm not sure where we are because I had put in, we decided that we would purchase a new container, and the company sent in paperwork to set us up as a new client, and I haven't heard back from, I don't know why, maybe Jessica had something that I'm not aware of. So I'm not sure where we are on that, except that it's in process. So, and regarding the update on tokens for the transfer station, we've had a lot of discussion and we're open to suggestions from people. I've been in touch with Bob Spencer of Wyndham Solid Waste, and he reached out to other solid waste districts to find out if anybody else actually uses tokens, because the towns, I contacted about 10 towns, some in our district and some not, to find out what they use, and none of them actually uses tokens. They all use either bags or mostly stickers. So we just thought it would be a good comparison to find out what other towns are doing, and I haven't heard back. I got one email today saying they use rather than tokens, they use and not stickers, they use something like that. Oh yeah, in London they use punch cards.
Okay.
Yeah, but they use something else that sounds more like a punch card system, but I have to talk with them. And then there were some ideas about how to imprint, maybe charge per gallon rather than per bag or per dollar amount, Tom was saying. Yeah, go.
So Sarah and I were talking about this, and right now we have the tokens that are dollar amounts on them, and given that the bags are $3.50 or $2.50 each, we feel that it would be a better system to have a token that for a specific bag. So instead of buying a bag, you buy a token for a small bag for $2.50, a large bag for $3.50 or a contractor bag for what, I don't know what the cost is, $5 or whatever that is. And we have coins, and a small bag's 13, and that's 33, and a large bag is 55. And so basically you would just get a token for that bigger bag, and you have to bring in, you'd have to have a bag that had that size. That would create a little bit of work for Ernie to kind of judge to say, is that bigger than a 33-gallon bag or not? But for us to try to make change for things is going to be a disaster. I mean, it's going to be extremely difficult for us. We had a town person in today who said, why even have the middle size? Either you use the small bag, the 13-gallon, or you use the contractor bag. And if people want to put more stuff in a contractor bag, then it cuts out, then there's less options, so, and people could jam 6 of the 30, whatever, the 20-gallon bags or whatever in a contractor bag and bring it in, and then they pay the $10 or whatever it is for that. So just something that, again, someone just recommended it. But I think, regardless, my opinion at least, is that we should be doing, just from a management standpoint, the token has to replace the bag. We can't start trying to manage money. Because it also $12, you get 2.5 bags for this. I mean, that's just not going to work.
It allows you down the road a couple of years too to say, okay, now the bags are $3. We still have a blue token. It's not.
I would just like to clarify that we're not really talking about bags. We're really talking about volume because we don't want to use bags. I mean, I know most people probably will use bags of their own, but we're not going to be issuing bags. We're not going to be distributing, making, buying, doing anything with bags. We're taking in payment for a volume of trash. And so maybe they could say gallons, or small and large, or even, so all of this has to be decided still. But it's good. It's a process that's, the more that people talk about it, the more ideas are generated, and that's great. We might come up with something that most people like.
It seems to be it's working its way towards something that's much more streamlined, I think, and much more flexible, less waste, less requirements for printing, and a lot of. I mean, I think overall will cut out some costs for us too, which is helpful because everybody's paying for that. I mean, even though you buy your bag, you're still paying it more through your taxes to run the transfer station.
Right, and you can use a paper bag or a cardboard box. And we're wanting to cut down on plastic as much as we can. So.
Just so everybody knows too, those are the bags that are left there. If you want to shine on the pile of boxes over there, that's the bags that are remaining. And I know it's a big weekend where a lot of people come up, but we had the store buy I don't know how many, a lot of bags today. And they were here last Thursday and bought a lot of bags. So. This could go quicker than we think. I just wanted to let people know that. So.
And Sarah and I were looking at them and discussing this last week, and she was figuring probably that we definitely have to have something in place by town meeting. I mean, we have to have the new system, and we have to have the new tokens or whatever we're going to use to replace them by then, because they're not going to last longer than that. So, anything else? Okay. Review and approve the agreement with NEMRC to provide bank reconciliation services. Number 7. Tom, is that you? Or?
That's not me. I don't know.
Greg?
I don't know anything about it either. I mean, I know basically what it is, but I don't have there's no.
We don't have the agreement.
Is it in there? I don't know if it's in there. I
Probably Jessica thought she would be here. I guess we'll have to
I
table
guess
that.
Jessica's working on it, and we'll have to table it for next week or next time.
Okay. So we'll table that till the next meeting. Number 8, we'll review and approve timesheets for town.
Don't give my addition.
Oops, I'm sorry. Well, we can. That's not the end.
Okay.
Timesheets for town office, listers, highway, and transfer station. I'd like to move that we do that.
I'll second.
Okay. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
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 Good. Okay, number 9, review and approve pay orders. I would move that we do that.
Second.
Any discussion? Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Good, okay. All right, and Tom's phone upgrade.
So Sarah and I briefly had some conversations about getting a new phone system for the town office. I reached out to a couple of cloud providers who basically would provide telephone service through the internet. One of them is Vonage, and they actually gave me a quote, which was much less than we're paying now, for a lot more. So, and then I also have a call with Ring Central on Wednesday. But I'm just letting the board know that I'm exploring this, and I'll probably be bringing a proposal to you guys possibly in December. And again, we're looking at, the phone numbers aren't changing. Basically what we're trying to do is set up a phone tree. So when you call, there'd be a single number for the office. You call in, press 1 for the town clerk, press 2 for the listers, press 3 for the treasurer, press 4 for the library, press 5 for the town garage. So, you know, people could get in and then they call and ring at the town clerk or wherever, you know. We get all new phones. We'd all have extensions with voicemail and all those types of things too. So, definitely a step forward from what we have. And again, probably going to cost less than what we're paying right now. So Sarah and I have some logistics to work out with, you know, what if the internet goes down or the phones go down, you know, that type of thing. Because that's more likely to happen than a phone line. What if we want to keep a phone line for emergencies, you know? So that'll all be part of the proposal. But I just want to let you know I'm working on this, and hopefully my goal, and when I've talked with the vendors, to say if we get it approved and get it rolled out by after the first of the year, I think that'd be great. And again, there's no, it's a cut over. I mean, we would, some evening, we'd say cut everything over and we'd go from the old system to the new system. And then we would need to just broadcast that out to everybody. Again, I want to get it done before town meeting so that we can, so when we're making out the town report, we can reflect that there's only going to be one number, or there could be more than one number. But, you know,
Right.
That's some of the discussion we need to have. Like, how do we want to structure it? I don't want to say the listers on a direct line or the town garage doesn't have a direct line. But as long as there's a way that they can get in and someone can easily navigate to that, if we can cut the phone lines, it just saves a lot of money. What we're doing now is very expensive, and it's, you know, if no one's there, you know, it just rings and then they get a voicemail or whatever. And none of it's really connected. There it is sort of connected to the centric system, which is through Consolidated, but it's not really connected anymore. So just a heads up, what's going on, that's all.
Good.
Thank you.
Paul?
Yeah, Paul?
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the emergency management gate, that when the computers go down, and they go down,
Yeah.
we still need to be able to run a lot of stuff from here. And so somehow, I know they're putting up new lines. Is this Ophidian stuff that they're doing all over the town right now?
I don't know what it is. No, I thought it was like
I've seen is probably Green Mountain Power. Although Fidium is upgrading in town, but you probably can't see it. I mean, you might see the
Well,
truck
I
parked
guess-
on the side of the road.
My concern is that there comes a time when all hell has broken loose that we can't rely on the computers. In fact,
Right.
there was a couple of times we've had recently, we couldn't rely on the cell phones either.
Right, yeah, that was.
So when it goes down, it goes all the way down. Usually it's just the computer. So I'd lobby for some sort of a hard line,
Yes.
landline, constant, maybe not published, but at least available for the.
That is in our plan. That is a thought, that's something that Sarah and I have discussed.
Yeah.
And that we are planning on having at least another phone line that probably would still be with Consolidated. That would be the emergency operations line. Because yes, the phone line is, well, we all know the phone lines are far less likely to go down than the Comcast. We had Comcast go down last week, you know, just in the middle of the day. Oh, we're doing maintenance, and we're offline. So that we don't want that to happen. And that's an alternate question of what happens if Comcast goes offline. Probably the calls still go through, they get a message, and then we'd have to somehow access that and check the messages. But in an emergency situation, we agree that you're gonna need to have that ability to call out or call in, and that's why we would probably keep a phone line. But again, it's part of the bigger plan, which I am working on myself. Yeah.
Do we still have that other emergency number?
We do, we still have Paul's number. That's why, we'll probably just keep that one.
Paul's not.
I have a big spreadsheet. If someone wants to come down to the office and see the spreadsheet, I've got this big spreadsheet where I put everything. But Paul's number is still on there, or we call Paul's number. Paul's number upstairs. So we would probably keep that one, move everybody else, board everyone else onto the new system. The issue too is Ernie at the transfer station, there's no internet out there. So we'd have to figure out, do we want to get internet out there, or does he just have a regular phone line up there as well? Questions answered, we don't know.
Right, right.
You know, we'll figure that out as we get that, and I'll present it to you in a couple of weeks.
Okay, public concerns. Karen?
I just have a bunch of stuff to announce
Of course.
or to say that we've done. So Friendsgiving was on Sunday, very successful in the town hall. It was a great little group. River and Rye collaborated with Greg and Pat. And would you like to just say a little something about that?
Oh, for sure. I thank everybody for, not to jump in too much personally, but our business just had its 15th anniversary. We reached out to River and Rye, and they said, sure, let's do something. So we collaborated and put on a dinner, a beer pairing dinner, 5-course meal.
Sold
There's
out?
about 35 people there, sold out. It was a blast. Thank the community for the support of our business, for the support of their business, and for a great time on that particular night. We'll hopefully do some more.
Rossendale Schoolhouse Committee, we're still meeting, just to update you, and this next meeting, we're meeting with someone from the state to talk more about grants and things like that. There's a winter solstice yoga retreat at River and Rye, Saturday and Sunday, December 20th and 21st. Food, yoga, relaxation retreat, which sounds
When is that?
wonderful.
I'm sorry.
20th, 21st.
Saturday and Sunday, the 20th and 21st. Allison Hemming and Siobhan McDermott have been working through the Jamaica Community Arts Council to come up with a calendar for all Jamaica events. And it's started to be posted out there in places, but we're hoping that people will start really relying on that. Yes?
Online, because we have one at the town office. We have a, because when I was on the Arts Council, I tried to do that too. And we have, there is posted, or if they have a calendar and they can share it with us,
Exactly.
we could put it on the town. Definitely, ours is just a Google calendar that we've embedded on the town site. So if they want to reach out to me, I'll coordinate that.
We will, okay.
Okay.
Let's see, yoga is every Sunday at 9 o'clock in the morning at the Jamaica Town Hall. Sunday, December 7th at 2 o'clock, Santa Claus arrives in town on the fire truck. So we want to thank the Jamaica Fire and Rescue for bringing Santa in on the fire truck and participating, the Masonic Lodge, the Eastern Star, Westover Provisions, River and Rye, and Jamaica Memorial Library. And we have lots of other volunteers who are elves and whatnot. And the kids come and do crafts, see Santa Claus, have some punch and cookies and candy, and they each get a little bag of goodies, which is great. Wednesdays, the Jamaica House at 6 o'clock is having game night and craft night, and I believe there'll be a book club and maybe another craft night. Senior luncheon will be Thursday, December 11th at noontime at the Jamaica Community Church. Jamaica Holiday Market, December 13th and 14th, Saturday and Sunday from 10:30 to 3:30. In the town hall. It should be a great event. It has been for the past few years. We're planning on a tree lighting at the Common here on the 14th at 5 o'clock. And watch for Secret Santa in Westover Provisions and help bring Christmas to Jamaica kids. There's a tree there'll be a tree in there with kids with numbers, and you can buy one thing, you can donate to it, you can bring wrapping paper, we need wrapping paper and tape and scissors and things like that. But it's a great event. I think we're in our 18th year of doing that, so it's good.
Thank you.
I think that's all I've got at the moment.
That is an incredible
Can I have
schedule.
that list?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Can I copy that list?
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yes. Yes, I'll get it to
Yeah,
you.
that's great. What day of the week is the 14th? Was
The
that?
14th is a Sunday.
Sunday, okay. Paul,
Nothing.
anything else? Nobody else online? Okay.
No.
Then,
The only thing I did ask, and I think you've answered it, is what exactly all the construction is doing. And you say it's GMC, it's not the fight video.
GMP maybe.
Green Mountain Power is definitely the visible, they're in the roadway, they're hanging posts
They're
and
doing
whatever.
stuff, but I didn't know if it was a connection, because I still haven't figured out what's going on with video.
Fidium is in the area. I know they've been in Londonderry. They've approached me in our shop, so I think they're getting up and down the main lines, but I don't know exactly where they are. They're probably much less visible because they're not putting posts in. You'll see the consolidated truck maybe parked on the side of the road, but I don't know exactly how they're working.
Well, I got talking to them about a building issue several weeks ago, and they said, well, it doesn't matter, we're going to be shifting to video. So there's no point in fixing this, we're going to get it all, and that was weeks ago, and I was thinking, okay, I'm real good at doing nothing. But I thought maybe that was imminent, and I thought that had something to do with it, perhaps not.
Well, and if you remember at the select board, when I was back on the board, and Green Mountain Power came in and they were talking about the power lines,
Yeah.
which they used to have a T, and the trees would fall, and knock the T down, and it would knock all the lines down, and now they have the new ones. If you go down towards Townsend, towards the dam, they're just a little clip on the side, and all the power lines run on that. So there's a lot less surface area for snow to land on, and there's a lot less, there's not like a big stick or whatever, a big log for something to hit. And so it's very compact, and it's a lot more reliable. But they came in and talked about that year, it was probably 5 years ago, but they're finally getting to putting the new poles up, and I believe that.
I know that I've seen Laura Sibilia, our state rep, has been talking about Fidium and concerns that people have about it or about getting hooked up and things like that. So look on her website or the emails that come through from her. I haven't paid a whole lot of attention to that, but
Yeah, I thought it was imminent when they were telling me not to worry about my bill. Oh, okay, I'm not worried about it.
Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha. Yeah, well, that lasts.
Okay, so there's no executive session, so I would like to make a motion to adjourn.
No, second.
All in favor?
Hi.
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
7:30 right now?
good job, Kate.
Thanks, Kate.
Good job.